Have you ever felt just completely stuck? You know you need a change, you try to make a change, but every single attempt just kind of fizzles out. Well, today we're diving into a really powerful framework from the writer Dan Coe. It's designed to reconfigure your entire life's trajectory, not in a year, not in a month, but in one single focused day. Let's get into it.
And we're kicking things off with a pretty bold statement, right? Look, this isn't about small tweaks or just gritting your teeth with discipline for a few weeks. The reason most resolutions fail, according to Coe, is because they target the wrong thing entirely. They're like putting a Band-Aid on a problem that needs surgery.
So before we can even talk about the solution, we have to understand the real problem. Why do we get stuck in the first place, even when we consciously want something totally different? Turns out, the answer lies in this fundamental mistake that almost all of us make. This right here breaks down that core mistake. Most of us go about it the wrong way. We try to force new actions through sheer willpower. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to stop procrastinating. But that's a constant battle, and it's exhausting. The right way is to change who you are at your core. When you change your identity, the right actions just happen. They become natural. And this is the key right here. Think about a successful entrepreneur or a pro athlete. They don't have to grind to do the things that make them successful. It's just who they are. Their actions are a natural byproduct of their identity, not a constant war against who they used to be. But okay, it goes even deeper than that. There's another huge psychological force at play here, and it's what Coe calls your mind's secret mission, these hidden goals it's chasing that you don't even know about. Okay, so there's this big idea called teleology, and it's pretty simple, really. It says that every single thing you do, from getting a glass of water to endlessly scrolling on your phone when you should be working, is aimed at achieving some kind of goal. The catch? Most of these goals are totally unconscious. So this brings up a huge question, doesn't it? If your behavior is always aiming for a goal, what possible goal is being served by staying stuck? It's obviously not the one you say you want. And this is where we uncover the massive conflict that's happening inside your own head. And here it is. Consciously, you're saying, I want to quit this job and start my own business. But your unconscious mind, the part that's really running the show, has a much more powerful primal goal, survival. It wants safety. It wants to avoid failure and judgment. And it will absolutely sabotage your conscious efforts to protect the status quo. The result? You don't go anywhere. So get this. When you try to make a big, meaningful change, your current identity literally perceives it as a threat to its existence. It triggers a psychological fight or flight response. You feel stressed, anxious, and resistant because, to your brain, changing who you are feels like a type of death. It's wild, right? Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. We're fighting our own identity and our brain's secret mission to keep us safe and small. So how in the world do we break through? That, my friends, is where the cybernetic protocol comes in. It's a structured process designed to overcome all these hidden barriers. And the core promise here is its speed and intensity. This whole thing is designed to be a one-day deep dive, a single day that you set aside for some serious psychological excavation and redesign, a day to create the launchpad for a completely new life. The protocol is designed to walk you through the natural and sometimes uncomfortable stages of a big transformation. First, it forces you to confront the dissonance, that painful feeling that this isn't me anymore. Then you have to navigate the messy, confusing phase of uncertainty before you can finally arrive at the clarity of discovery. So let's get into the mechanics of it. What does this one-day reset actually look like? Well, it's broken down into 3 distinct, really actionable parts. Here's the roadmap for your day. You start in the morning with that deep psychological work. Then, during the day, you're actively breaking your unconscious autopilot patterns. And finally, in the evening, you pull it all together into a solid, concrete plan. The real magic is in how these 3 steps work together. In the morning, you create this incredible motivational push and pull by defining your vision, the life you're running towards, and your anti-vision, the absolute nightmare future you're running away from. Then, throughout the day, you set these phone alarms with sharp questions to snap you out of your haze. And at night, you take all that raw material and forge it into a real, actionable plan. Now for the final piece of the puzzle. This is the part that makes the whole system stick for the long haul. How do you take all these incredible insights and turn them into a sustainable practice? Simple. You turn your life into a game. I love this metaphor because it's so powerful.
Think about it. Video games are masters of engagement. They create obsession, focus, and that feeling of flow by giving you clear rules, clear missions, and clear stakes. We can literally hijack that same structure and apply it to our own lives. And here's exactly how you do it. Your big vision, that's how you win the game. Your anti-vision, that's what's at stake if you lose. Game over. Your one-year goal becomes the main campaign mission. Your one-month project, that's the current boss you're trying to beat. And your daily actions, those are just the daily quests that get you experience points and level you up. This simple reframe creates so much clarity and protects your focus like nothing else. And that's how you make the change permanent. By consistently playing the game, these new goals and actions stop being a struggle. They become automatic. They become your new identity. You're not just doing things differently anymore. You are different.
So it really all comes down to this. This protocol gives you the tools to understand your own mind and build a new operating system for your life. The only question left is, what's the objective? What's your main mission? What game are you going to design?